Welcome back, guys. This is the Ballbuster Show off-season edition. It's the off-season. The Super Bowl was a couple weeks ago. Nothing's going on. We have nothing to talk about. There's some small stories here and there, but nothing really substantial worth putting out a video for you guys. But we still want to be here. We still want to do this. Um, so we're diversifying ourselves a little bit. We're going to
Side
be talking about
quest.
some music today. Uh, it's a side quest, we gotta you can't just stay on the main missions, but we're gonna be doing a new weekly show. um Not exactly sure what we're calling it yet. We're still working out the kinks. We've had this idea for about 45 minutes now. It's brand new. But we're gonna be taking you guys through some categories, talking about music, discussing what it means to us, because I know for myself, and I imagine for you too, music is kind of everything. Um, so we're gonna run through some stuff. We each got roughly 12, 15 songs to talk about, and yeah, we're gonna keep doing this. Iron out some kinks, but
Oh yeah.
we're gonna try it, dude. Our first category is new discoveries. What have you been finding? What have you been listening to that's new and fresh to you? Lawrence, what you got for me?
I want to start this off. A song that I discovered the past couple weeks by Evan Honer, Wyatt Flores. It's called "Take Me as I Come." This
Mm,
is, kind of a somber little note, but it strikes a chord with me. Um, the lyrics in general, mixed with the instrumentals, it really does it for me. I don't want to. This is one of those songs where I don't want to talk too much on it because I want people to go listen to it.
no,
So if
absolutely.
you're seeing this, no matter where you are right now, pause the video, come back to us, pause the video, listen to this song, take it in, and you will understand why this is at the top of my list.
That's fair. You actually sent me that song a couple days ago now, and
Yeah.
no, it pulls on the heartstrings, man. It brings back that feel of that old. I'm not in any way comparing him to Hank Williams, but it's of that ilk. It's of that.
Yeah.
It's stylistically that same thing where
It's
it's
the
it's country music. It's gonna make you
yeah.
sad. It's gonna make you want to rip your heart out a little bit.
It's that perfect little niche of modern country music that I
Mm,
enjoy. I'm not huge on country, especially, a lot of the mainstream modern country. Uh,
absolutely.
but, the little bit of niche that I can find in country, I adore.
No, that's totally fair. I'm gonna kick us off this week with "Death Don't Have No Mercy" by the Grateful Dead, off their Studio Rarities album. This is I'm starting super niche, guys. I am a deadhead through and through. Um, and I won't rap too long on this song because once again, it's something that speaks for itself. It is this smooth, haunting blues number. There's no lyrics. It's just guitar traveling you through this story. It has a feeling of, like, I won't say death in a way, but it feels heavy. Like you can feel the weight of its impact by listening to it. Um, it's just this beautiful little number. You know, it might sound a little bit like an oxymoron to say it's beautiful when it's this heavy, dark thing, but death can be beautiful too. There's multiple sides to that, and it's just something that I found recently, and if I throw it on, I know I'm glued to it for the next 6 minutes. I know that's what I'm doing. Um, I'll throw it back on over to you though, because I know you got no thoughts on that one. Just got to be honest.
Yeah, I tit for tat here. I have a Dead song, and I don't get down on the Dead as Marley
Mm,
does, but everything I've heard from the Dead is marvelous. I uh I have the greatest story ever told by Bob Weir. And correct me if I'm wrong. This is a Bob Weir song, not a Grateful Dead song.
that would be correct.
Um,
Played by the Dead, but definitely a Bobby Weir creation.
it's this song is just so much fun,
Mm,
It's a great driving song. I play it a lot in the car, and I just find myself singing along. It's a lot of fun. That's a lot of the Dead. They have a lot of fun songs, and then they have a lot of like songs that'll make you think. And then there's a lot of in between too. Fun songs that
mm.
make you think. Right. It's a great band. Legendary.
It is. It absolutely is. I could talk ad nauseum about that, but you're right. There are a lot of songs that are just so fun. They make you want to groove around. We used to shoot pool with some friends in Larry's basement. Oh, this was last year before I moved cross country, and there's just one of our friends who will leave unnamed for now. She's super into like the emo scene, new metal, things of that nature. And she was bopping around to a Dead song while we were shooting pool one night and didn't even realize it. It's a powerful thing in that way. Um, but to take you to dancing around and jumping around to things that might not be your style. I saw a show over the weekend. It was a small Florida show. Some pretty decent bands came out. Dear Cincinnati, Just the Sales. One of my all time favorites, Walking Blue, was there. But early on, I'd say this was the second artist of the night. There's this band called Curly Q that came up and played. They're this kind of pop punk, kind of emo-ish style band, but it was super light and fun. It was bouncy. It just made you want to jump around and act a fool with a bunch of people you don't know. And I have this on here because while it has been in rotation, I have such an important message. Support your local music scene. When you look at it, it's like, man, I wish I was there when this band was small or this band was small. You do that by supporting local live music. It means so much to the artists. And frankly, odds are you'll get to meet these artists. They blow up one day and it'll be like, I've had a conversation with that guy. It's it's just a small, simple little, like I said, pop punk style song. But it has that impact because I've met this person. I know they're a good person, like they're fun to be with. And it makes you appreciate the music that much more. Just support live music, especially your local small bands. It's very important. But I'm gonna throw it back to you. I don't really have many thoughts on the
Yeah.
song itself. It makes you want to two step around the bedroom. You know what I mean?
I have I think an interesting one.
Mm,
Changes, the Charles Bradley cover. This one I happened upon not too long ago, maybe like a month or so ago.
mm.
Um, Now, of course, flowers to Black Sabbath. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Incredible song, deeply moving. Not taking anything away from them at all. But
Absolutely.
This Charles Bradley cover with that soul twinge, it does it for me. It's a sad song. It's a sad story, about losing someone close to you. And in Ozzy's case, it was about losing his mother. Um, and Charles Bradley, I mean, this is, there's a lot of, discourse around song covers. What covers, do justice to the original. This is definitely in that conversation where I almost thought this was the original when I heard it. And then I remembered, oh no, this is Sabbath. I think and this came out in 2016. You would have think I would have thought that this was a song that had been out for decades.
Hmm.
Um from Charles Bradley, what I'm saying. The
No,
song has been
absolutely,
out for decades, but you know what I'm trying to say. But no, this was very
absolutely.
deep, and I think um it it's a great standalone.
No, 100%. I'm not familiar. I do love Ozzy dearly. He's one of my personal favorites, and if it's a cover of Changes that you like, if it's done well, and there's like you can tell there's that tribute
Oh
energy
yeah.
to it, I think a cover can be amazing. It can be a great, great
Oh yeah.
thing. Um, Kind of like when Avenged Sevenfold did a cover of "Wish You Were Here." You could tell there was honor behind it. There was a certain amount of respect they put into it, and to me, that's important for a cover. Um,
Absolutely.
my last song that I've been listening to recently that I just got put onto, Snowbank Blues by the Backseat Lovers. It's this kind of folk, kind of alt, kind of country type of vibe. Um, but it's just this lovely song. It's I don't even know how to describe it. It's soft and the guitar is plucky and you can feel the emotion in the lyrics. I'm still trying to dive through the lyrics and figure out what they mean to me because I can't figure it out. Um, but in terms of just that alt sound that you know what the vocals sound like. They're kind of fuzzy. They're kind of hazy. It's got that. It's got the guitars. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this, but it's just a lovely song, dude. It makes you feel something. That's all music is to me. Is what does it make me feel? And that makes me feel something. It makes me feel like maybe there was times in the past where I could have made a better decision and my life would look a little more interesting right now, but we don't sit and dwell on those things. Uh but regardless, I think we got another category to jump over to at this point. I think we're good.
We do, yeah.
Beautiful. This is our listening to now category. This might be songs that you used to listen to that are just coming back into the fold. It might be just a staple for you. It's what are you listening to now? What do you know that's just really resonating, Lawrence?
I am so excited about this category. I have some interesting ones. I'm gonna kick it off with some good old Bo Cephas, some Hank Williams Jr., one of my favorite country artists. He's been, I know, controversial. I try to, I think he's, we can separate the art from the artist on this one reasonably.
Absolutely.
I have all my rowdy friends have settled down. Unbelievable song. I think this guy thrives in a way. He has so many songs that are, so I don't want to say, profound, you know, but he does it in such a subtle way. I think this song is a great example of that. It hits a note for me at the moment that I'm in right now. I have again, I mean, I'm only, we're only early 20s, but I feel like I'm at a point now where, our friends, our mutual friends even, we've got friends that they're settling down, they're starting families. People are busy, people are starting their adult lives. And there's not really all that time that we used to have to get together and have, the times that we used to have, even though it's not, the kind of times that Hank Williams Jr. was having with Waylon Jennings. And even though we weren't really, like getting high on the town and, whatever, this song does it for me right now. And it's also, beyond that, you're just listening to it. It's a great listen. Uh the instrumentals, especially in the chorus, it just strikes that chord for me. It's a beautiful song.
Personally, I'm not familiar, but what you're saying really resonated. Though it's been rough watching everyone grow up this year. It feels like it all
Yeah.
is happening at the same time, and no, it's working out. We're still all friends, man. That's what's important.
Yeah.
There'll always be time eventually, but I can totally see why that would resonate with you. Um, but I'm gonna take us in a completely different direction. We're going to "Good News" by Mac Miller. That song will make you have this feeling in your chest of it just eats at you because it's so true. It's some of the truest lyrics I've ever heard, especially coming from Mac Miller. All everyone wants to hear is the good news. Someone asks you how you're doing, you never say actually what's going on. You never actually say how you're doing, and you go, "Oh, I'm not bad. I'm
Yeah.
doing pretty good." You give something vague. It's just for conversation. It's lip service. No one actually wants to hear anything but the good news, and that's what this song talks about. And that it hits even harder coming from Mac Miller, someone who had some issues with substances, and it sadly took his life away. But there was also as many people as there were to listen to him, and that said they were there for him. There was also that there was that part of him that tried to hide it or felt like he couldn't really be completely open with it, even if he discussed things in his songs. There was who knows what was happening behind closed doors. Um, I like the song for that. It's just a reminder. It's not all good news.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to hear the bad things to get through to the good. Um,
What a pull.
Thank you. I'll kick it back on over to you. What you got for me?
Yeah.
Unless you got thoughts on good news, I'll
Yeah,
let you.
just a couple. I mean, I haven't heard that song in a while. I remember when they released that song, and that was in rotation for months for me.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, no, rest in peace. Again,
Long live McMillan.
another sad one. Um, but I'll bring the mood back up real quick,
Well, thank
and
you.
I'm gonna go over to "Made in Japan" by Buck Owens. This song,
Not familiar.
let me fucking tell you about this song. Apologies. This song, we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it for now. Okay. This song has been popping up. This song has been gaining some popularity on TikTok. It's been put in all kinds of edits. It doesn't really make sense for edits, but this is just a pure joy disguised, or other way around. This is a devastatingly depressing song disguised as an upbeat, joyful melody. This is a song essentially tells a story about, Buck Owens, I guess, going to Japan, meeting a woman, and they have just a wonderful time. And then it ends with, it's not going to work out because she's already been promised to somebody. I guess
Hmm.
maybe like an arranged marriage situation. And the vocals, the melody, the instrumentals, it's beautiful. It takes you somewhere. It's so easy to sing along with and to groove with. This is a masterpiece.
You catch those every once in a while. Those ones that
Yeah,
are just you wouldn't change a single thing about it. I got a couple on my list, but we'll get to those a little bit later. Um, so recently I went on a little Beatles kick. It's been a while. I respect the Beatles, I always have, but I don't listen to them heavily. But she came in through the bathroom window off of their, I believe, 1968 album, Abbey Road. Um, it's a great song. It's a classic Paul McCartney rock song. Um, there's nothing really to write home about it. You know, it can get lost in the fold easy. I understand that. There's so many great songs on that album, but for 2 minutes, it just lets you jam out a little bit and feel a nice steady groove go through you. You know what I mean? Um, it's just that it's that classic Beatles. We're gonna put out a song that isn't. It feels like they could have recorded it in 5 minutes. It feels like it could have been a one taker because it's nothing that musically impressive, but you listen to it and it's like, my God, it's grabbing me. It's got my ear and it ain't letting go. And that's what the Beatles do. Not to knock the Beatles in any way, they are some seriously, seriously talented individuals. But, in terms of musicality, I don't think that highly of them. Shout out to George Harrison, though. Fantastic guitarist. Um, but you gotta love the Beatles.
absolutely. I
You got anything else?
yes, I do. And I won't
Guys, we're
say a
working the
bad word
kinks
this
out, I
time.
promise. We're getting there.
I won't say a bad word this time. Um this
Don't
next
talk about
one,
it.
maybe a little also unorthodox. Uh Pretty divisive as I understand. Bob Seger.
Okay.
I have happened upon this song. It's called Still the Same. I happened upon it maybe a couple weeks ago, but it's been in rotation ever since. It
Okay.
kind of tells a story about, Bob Seger, I guess, knows this guy that, no matter when he catches up with this guy, I guess you could maybe call it a gambling song. It's got those themes. This guy is always winning. He knows when to place the bets. He knows one line is the trick is that, sorry, I'm looking up the lyrics right now. The trick you said was never play the game too long. And this song, I don't know why. It's just one of those songs. I don't know why, but it resonates with me. And I don't know, I really enjoy it at the moment. Not much else to say about this one.
No, that's so fair. It's Bob Seger's a classic as well. Like he does something for me. He does.
Yeah.
I don't have him heavy in my rotation, but when Bob Seger kicks in, it's like, okay, we're gonna have a good time with this. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. Um, I went a complete different direction on my last one. I'm gonna be honest. I have the song 18 by Walking Blue. Um, Absolutely love this band. They're genuinely in my top five artists of all time musically, and I've only known them since November. Um, it's this up and coming. I would call them like flower rock, like garage rock, almost little punk flavors to it. Um, but they're a band out of Orlando, my local area. Once again, support your local live music, guys. You never know what you're going to hear or find. Um, it's fast guitars, it's loud vocals. Um, one of the intros to one of the verses is I've been smoking every day since I was 18. That resonates with me. I've been smoking every day since I was like 16. Um, but it's just that fast guitars, fast vocals, just jump. You What makes you want to jump? It makes you want to bounce around. Saturday they played it when I saw them live, and you just want to start throwing yourself around the mosh pit. Nothing. It is such a simple song, but it does so much for me emotionally because it brings that spirit up. You can feel it in all fibers of your body. You feel that song being played, and I won't gush on it for too long because I could sit here and talk about it for 10, 15 minutes. But I highly implore everybody that hears this to listen to Walking Blue. If you've never heard of them, give them a shot. It's I think they could be something real big one day. I'm just gonna put that out there. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
That's my listening to now
I've heard
section,
a
man.
couple of the songs that you sent me from them, and they're onto something.
There's something there.
Yeah.
Um, but by all means, what you
I
got for me?
yeah, I have one more song
Go
for
for it.
this one. Uh Little Black Submarines by the Black Keys. I've known of this song maybe 3 years at this point, and I every now and then it creeps back into my rotation and it stays there for weeks. It's just this is a song that tells a story without telling a story.
Mm,
I love stories and songs at this point, if you don't, but I also love songs that I can resonate with. The Black Keys does a thing a lot in some of their songs where, it's kind of like, I don't know, if I could off the top of my head to compare it to somebody like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, kind of, where a lot of their
mm,
lyrics don't make sense, but you can pull something out of it. You can extract something out of it. They probably don't do it to the extent of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I know that's a little divisive, but this song in particular does that, and you can very easily pull something out of it. There's essentially two phases to this song. It starts very somber, like very slow. Um, it kind of comes in and it sounds like maybe it could be a love song. Sounds like it could be like a depressing heartbreak song. And then it it ramps up. It kicks in, instrumentals pop open, the second half of the song comes alive, and they still maintain those like sadder lyrics, but there's almost like this sense of like hope now. The instrumentals are kicking in, the guitar's going, it's like, okay, we're sad, we're depressed, but we're hopeful now. And that is something, just capturing that, I think is, for me at least, that's very, very powerful. And that I think
No,
Not to ramble on too long, but this is a song that for me really demonstrates the power and potential of music.
no, absolutely. Music is a beautiful thing, and there's so much room for improvement, so much room for new concepts and experimentalism, and it's really just fantastic.
Yeah.
Also, if you like lyrics that don't make sense, but you can pull deep meaning from them, you might like Fish. I would give them a shot because that's all it is. Um, but our next category, songs that have grown on me. I'm actually going to kick it off with a song that's kind of along those lines with the experimentalism. Uh, and that's going to be Watermelon Man by Herbie Hancock. This song from the early 70s. It's a jazz song, but it's the way it's formatted is interesting. By the end, I believe there's six instruments playing, but it starts one at a time. You get some beats of just this like almost pan flute type thing going, and then the drums kick in, and then eventually a horn starts playing, and then they get a little guitar going, and then the bass line drops down. It it starts from this one sound. That sound, like, inherently that sound is not a great sound. It doesn't make sense, but it builds into this beautiful cacophony of instruments, and it really shows you how, while each instrument can sound good, or like, it might not have legs to stand on, when you combine it with other instruments, it creates something, and that they're each integral. It really breaks down how important each instrument is to a song. And the first couple of times I heard it, it didn't do much for me. um but I used to date someone that loved Herbie Hancock and the song, so it was just, I was always around it. And eventually, this was some about a year or two later, I listened to it on my own, and I really took an appreciation for it. I finally understood what was happening. Um, Led me down a bit of a jazz rabbit hole, but we'll get into that in later discussions. Um,
Yeah, no, I've been
Take it away.
recently trying to rediscover jazz. I mean, the stuff that I've been listening to is very enlightening. I would love some more jazz. So what would you say this was? It was Watermelon Man?
Watermelon Man by Herbie Hancock.
Okay. That will
Get
be
up with me
jotted
after
down.
the episode. I'll get you some jazz.
Nice. Uh
Don't you worry.
I I think for this category my stuff is gonna kind of be in the same universe, same genre kind of. I'm
Okay.
gonna start off with My Own Worst Enemy by Lit.
Ooh,
I
okay.
hated this song for the longest time. Couldn't stand it. Couldn't find anything from it. Couldn't relate. I still can't relate to it really. But well, maybe a little bit. But I recently rediscovered it again. TikTok, powers of TikTok will bring
Mm.
you just the most random songs in the world, and they'll have like a Jameer Gibbs at it. And I don't know. I kind of listened to this not too long ago, maybe a few days ago. Kind of listened to it in its entirety. I was like, this isn't that bad, you know. Um, I think there's just this genre in general, and please don't crucify me if this is controversial. But there was a point in time where I thought this was a Blink 182 song, and
It's not crazy.
yeah, thank you. I cannot stand Blink 182. They have a couple songs, but I, for personal reasons, can't do it. So crucify
Ooh,
me.
personal
Um,
reasons. I look like a new metal poster right now. Uh,
but I listened to this song a couple days ago. Fine by me.
fine. That's a classic middle school banger for me. I remember hearing that in like sixth, seventh grade, and it didn't mean much then. But the older you get, the more you realize you've done things that have just made your life worse. Even if it's not to the extent of this song, you make the
Yeah.
wrong choices, and it starts to resonate. I'm gonna go a similar direction on this one for you. Uh, I'm going with Helena by My Chemical Romance. Um, I was never into My Chemical Romance back in the day. Back in middle school and high school, it never landed for me. Um, Once I got out of high school, I started discovering that genre a lot more. The emo scene, the Midwest emo, um, Helena is simply an anthem. You can't. It comes on in the car. You can't help but screaming it while you're driving. Um, So Long and Good Night. It just it resonates. It's that feeling of that that feeling of death, of leaving, of it pulls something out of your like inner core is the only way I can describe it. I know a lot of these songs I've said similar things and there's like but they evoke this feeling that
Yeah.
words do not grasp. It's like it's only way I can almost put it is it feels like your chest is being pulled open. It's just it's you connect with something besides yourself. You connect with something bigger than yourself. And while I did not like their music for a long, long time, hearing it now will absolutely always do something for me. It and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's their first album. If I'm not, I could be crazy, but off a freshman album, that's a very impressive thing to do. But I don't know if you're an MCR guy at all.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, we have 9/11 to thank for them. Um,
Shout out Twilight.
that too. That what a crazy butterfly effect. But no,
And Fifty
I
Shades
get
of
into them
Grey,
here and there.
serious shouts.
You keep going.
anyways,
But
anyways, anyways.
I get into them here and there.
No, understand, understand.
Um, no, I think my next one, again, this is going to show how much time I spend on social media. Santa Monica by Everclear. This
Okay.
song, I this was maybe like a month ago. I had this in my rotation after rediscovering it from TikTok because everyone was making those edits of that one scene from Shane Gillis's Tires
Mm.
where his dad's in the garage and he's like, this isn't even the best song on the album. And people again making crazy edits out of it. Um, but this song, again, it was almost kind of like a good time for me to discover it too. It kind of hit a personal note. I don't know. It's just not much else to say about this one. I remember as a kid hearing it on the radio, and I
Mm.
thought, like kind of generic for that time. Like I feel like maybe there were like 50 other songs out at the time that sounded the exact same. But I mean, you know, nowadays I love it.
No, I I can't argue. That was another middle school banger for me. You were totally right. They are in the same exact zone to me. It's been a minute since I've heard Santa Monica, but it it connects with me. It reminds me of seventh grade playing song guesser in my study hall class with one of my other friends. Just good times. But I'm kind of bridging the gap between my first two in a way, and I'm gonna throw out the Dreaming Tree by Dave Matthews Band. Um, Absolutely haunting lyrics. It's this sprawling song, um, cast over a heavy jazz type song, um, with some baritone saxophones and some heavy bass lines and some beautiful violin. Um, but it's a longing for days past. It's that feeling of wanting to go back to childhood, but you know you can't. Um, the opening lyrics are standing here, the old man said to me, long before these crowded streets, here stood my dreaming tree. And it tells a tale throughout the song of missing times past, knowing you'll never be able to get back to them, and that time is just going to inevitably move on and change things. The opening chorus lines, even. Um, Remember mother's words there beneath the tree. No matter what the world, you'll always be my baby. Mommy, come quick, the dreaming tree has died. It's it's moving. It's intense. It makes you it brings you back to your childhood and goes, son of a bitch, I'm never getting back here. It's gone. That that feeling that we all have those memories from that early childhood and how important those are in our lives. They are just memories at this point. And this song perfectly encapsulates it in the first sentence, discussing how an old man stands there and reminisces on how a tree used to be here. It's
Unbelievable.
perfect. It's utterly perfect. I'm fine, guys. I promise. I'm mentally okay. I just enjoy I enjoy this type of music. I apologize. Anyways, uh, Lawrence, what you got for me? You got some going on?
Yep, last one in this category. Uh, Harness Your
Perfect.
Hopes by Pavement.
Word to
Very
my mother
similar.
that is crossed out on my notepad right now. I almost went the exact same direction.
This is very similar to the last two. I hated this when I was younger. Now I really enjoy it. It's kind of like, I don't know,
Mm,
now that I'm more into music, more into things, I kind of understand it a lot better. This is also kind of
mm,
a case of like, the lyrics don't really make sense, like direct sense, but you can kind of you can
mm.
pull you can extract something from it.
Well, that's I have an interesting side note there with the
Yeah.
lyrics. The "Don't telegraph your passes, you'll end up with molasses," like that set of lyrics are all like titles or artists. Don't quote me on this. I saw an Instagram reel about it, but like rephrased. Okay, I wish I could explain this better. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, please put it in the comments. But they're all like song titles, but they change the wording of like change the they say it in a different set of words. Fun
Interesting.
fact. But
That's
no,
actually
please
very
do
interesting.
continue.
That's all I got for that one.
Oh, no, totally fair. I just
Yeah.
found that song a couple months back now. My roommate showed it to me, and I love it. I absolutely love the song. Specifically the B side. The B side is awesome, the B side version. But I don't know what it just does something. Don't harness your that lyric alone. Don't harness your hopes on just one person. So important. Regardless of who they are, one person cannot keep you afloat
It's
for too
true.
long. They cannot keep your mental together. You need a group of people. It takes a village. It really does. But excellent choice, dude. I literally almost used that song. I scratched it out for a different one. Um, but shall we move on to songs you should know?
We shall.
Songs you should know is kind of an interesting category. This is our personal recommendations. This is these songs we think everybody should know. We feel like the world is a better place having people know these songs. And Lawrence, I really want you to kick it off for me.
Uh, I'm gonna start off with a band that I guarantee no one has heard of. Sadly, unfortunately, Quaker City Nighthawks. Quite a name, but unbelievable, unbelievable band. In particular, I could. There are so many songs by them. I knew I wanted them in this category because there are so many songs I've heard by them that have been so I don't know what the word is. They've had such an impact on me. But I landed on this one, Colorado. This is a song that again tells a story. Tells a story about a friend that a person that is always talking about, we could about like making a change in their life, going to this place, that place, doing this thing, that thing. And then eventually even the main, I don't know, main character, whatever, the person singing is also getting to that point where I would love to also change my life, go to this place, that place. It's a song about exiting your comfort zone and
Mm.
never getting complacent in life and always trying to keep things fresh, you know? And this is a song that deeply resonated with me in a very important time, kind of helped me realize, hey, if you don't like it somewhere, go somewhere else. Change things up, change the scenery, get on with your life, make it what you want to be, make life what you want it to be. Um, yeah, great band. Check them out.
No, absolutely. They have some great songs. I Do Better in the Morning is one of my favorite songs ever. Um, but I'm gonna keep it along the same lines of change, Lawrence. I'm tapping back into Walking Blue again. I'm gonna
Yep.
be annoying about them guys. I promise I am. Um, but they have this song called Nicole My Pants and You. Um, the opening lyrics, miss my grandma and I miss my friends, miss the weather and I miss my pants and you. I miss New Jersey and I miss the coast. I miss the leaves, but what I missed the most was you. This this song really resonates with me because what is about 7 months ago now, 6 months ago now, I moved to Florida. I'm from Chicagoland. I'm in Florida now. And it's it's weird the things you miss, the things that you wouldn't even think about. You miss the leaves falling, the seasons changing. It's 56 degrees today. It's February. That doesn't make sense to me. I should be shoveling snow right now. But it brings me these vibes of old school, not old school country because of what the music is, but because it is this upbeat song, but the lyrics are sad. And the whole crux of this song is he's longing for Nicole, this girl that's back home. She's in Michigan now. Now she's in Chicago. She keeps bouncing around, but then they never connect. They never land together. Um,
Devastating.
and dude, there are plenty of days down here where I do miss my pants. I really do. It resonates so hard with me, and I think it's a song you should know because there's a lot of people out there that are living in a strange place right now that they don't really connect with, and there's other people there that feel the exact same way as you do. I promise. Music is community, man. Once again, it takes a village. But I'm gonna jump over you for a second and talk about this song because I think you're gonna have some thoughts on it as well. This is a song I
Interesting.
think everybody should know, and I didn't know it for a long time. I was put on by a very special man. Earlier, we were discussing that feeling of people growing up and you're running out of time and nobody's got that time to hang out anymore. This song comes from a time where we did get to hang out all the time and we got to see each other. We used to have pool parties at our friend's house, hang out by his barn, shoot shotguns, jump in the pool, have just a great time. And we took a picture together one day, me and you, Lawrence. And you posted it with a song called King for a
It's
Day.
clicking.
King for a Day by Tom Petty is a perfect song. It encapsulates that feeling of being low and just wanting that time, just wanting to shine that one moment. And even when you are in those low times, even if it's not the shining you want it to be, that moment with friends, that makes you feel like a king. And I could not love the song more. It's not, I won't call it my favorite Tom Petty song. I won't say it's his best song. But if you guys have friends out there that really mean something to you, give the song a listen. It puts things into perspective for you.
I was wondering where you're gonna go with that, and then it clicked, and I was like, "Yeah, that's." I
Yup.
forget about that song sadly, and that is one of my favorite songs. Again, like you said, I couldn't have said much of that better myself. It's definitely a hard hitting song.
And it's just some nice bluesy Tom Petty.
Yeah.
That's all you need sometimes. If you
Yep.
want to move on, by all means do. I had to get that one out there.
That was a good one. That was a great one.
Thank you.
My next one is going to be "Over the Hills and Far Away" by Led Zeppelin. This is a song that I have been listening to since I was, let's say, a sophomore in high school,
Mm.
maybe even sooner than that. This is a song that I usually find myself either like stumbling upon, like, oh, this song, I forgot about this, let me play this. Or this is a song that I play when I'm trying to get over a woman. This song, this song hits many notes. Of course, it's that first opening chorus, about oh darling, darling, walk a while with me. You've got so much. Um, and then it hits the second part, and it's like, many times I've lived, many times I've listened, many times I've gazed along the open road. This is a song that is definitely about introspection, looking within yourself. It's kind of a song about time. This is a song, I don't know. I'm only 22 years old, but this is a song that makes me feel like I've had a long and storied life, and it just makes sometimes this is a song that in the past has brought me to tears.
Absolutely. Um, absolutely. I can definitely talk about a song right now that's brought me to tears. It's called "Break Free" by the Dave Matthews Band, off of their Fenway Live album. If you want to get specific, but I would like to get specific because this version is, in my opinion, the greatest song ever recorded. Nothing touches it. The song is perfection. From the lyrics are just gorgeous. Um, I'll drink your poison if you fill the cup. You make me crazy, baby. Don't let up. She is a wicked ride. Yes, she is. She says you make me want to climb right out myself. It's this powerful feeling. It's what love makes you feel. It makes you want to climb out of your own skin. It makes everything else seem insignificant. Other relationships, your own health. It makes everything insignificant, and it points that out beautifully by having these verses that are talking in such a lovely way. Such a You're just completely enraptured by a person. But then it goes into the chorus and it's I'll drink your poison if you fill the cup. It's I'll take your love even though I know it's bad for me, even though I know it's killing me because it's if you will give it to me, I will take it. And I think that's something so many people can resonate with. But throughout this song, there's a beautiful little violin getting strung over it. And then a perfect trumpet solo that is not a note was missed. I wouldn't change a single thing about this song. I could listen to it and have it be the only song I'm ever allowed to listen to again, and I'd be totally okay with that. That everybody should know this song, regardless. Just everyone should know this. Sorry, I got a little
I am
impassioned there.
no, that is I'm gonna have to listen to that song.
I think you'll like it.
As again, it's another situation like kind of with the dead. You're very much into Dave
Mm,
Matthews, and you put me on to Dave Matthews. Everything I've heard has been solid.
mm, exactly. There's a lot to get into. I can see it being a little daunting, being that they have such a large discography, much like the Dead. But that's kind of why me and you get along so well. Is we throw out suggestions and we each
Yeah,
take them. Did you have another song for this category, sir?
I have two more.
You have two more. Perfect. I got one more.
Okay,
So go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
my penultimate bust out a big word is going to be
My best.
"Telephone Line" by Electric Light Orchestra. Uh, Now we've talked about I've thrown you some ELO. I
Yeah,
won't say I'm
absolutely.
the ELO the biggest ELO fan. I love their music, but I've only listened to maybe a couple albums. Um, this song in particular, let me just give you the opener of this song. Hello, how are you? Have you been all right through all these lonely, lonely, lonely nights? That's what I'd say. I'd tell you everything if you'd pick up that telephone. And just saying those lines, I'm literally not kidding. I'm getting chills right now. This is a song. This is a breakup song. This is a song about, you someone has maybe left you, and you you wanted things to go differently, and you just wish you could reconnect, and you wish they weren't gone. And this is a song that it does what it is supposed to. This is music at its best. Um, I know there's a couple other lines that I want to rattle off here. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. And then it kind of goes, okay, so no one's answering. There's kind of like a little, they throw some sounds in there, some phone sounds. And then he goes, okay, so no one's answering. Well, can't you just let it ring a little longer? I'll just sit tight in the shadows of the night, let it ring forevermore. And again, I'm getting chills right now. This is a song that does it. This is a beautiful song. That's all I can say.
Dude, I need to see. I need to listen to that. I really do. That sounds
Yeah,
fantastic.
it
Um,
is.
I'm gonna go something a little in the same vein as you with that feeling of love lost, but you wish you never lost it. Technically, there's a different version out that is popular that is actually released, but I'm going to talk about the original real quick. And that's Jersey Giant by Tyler Childers. I know Evan Honer and Julia DeGraza, I believe, have a version together that is super popular. I've heard this live by Tyler Childers. He is the original. And just in these opening moments, looking back on all them memories, Lord, I hate to sleep alone. But if you ever get the notion that you need me, let me know. Because it's just 2 hours to get there, babe. I can make it back about an hour or so. If you go to verse 2, never worry about the police, never worry much at all. I miss those nights of reckless glory. I'd come back if you just call. That line haunts me forever and ever because there are people I wish I could call right now. Friends, girlfriends, just people I wish I could reach out to and have that conversation with and have them back. But it's long gone. It's in the past now. And that song perfectly encapsulates that feeling. It brings it all together. It 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 bummed me out right now just reading them because as soon as you hear those words, you think of that person. You know that person. You know exactly who it is, even if you'll never say it or you'll never tell them. We all have that one person where it's like, damn, I should have been smarter there.
Yeah, absolutely. I almost had this song on my list. The Evan Honer and Julia DeGrazi, DeGraza, I think it is version, because that's all. I mean, that's all I've heard.
I think the Graza.
Um,
Yeah.
great artists, those two, and I just again, like you said, fantastic, chilling, hard hitting song.
Mm.
You can't beat it.
Guys, I must give credit. Lawrence actually put me onto that song. Um,
It's
but I
true.
know when I said that song, a certain name ran through your brain, didn't it?
Yeah,
We won't get into
and I
that, but
feel like
we
I
both know
feel
what I'm.
like yep. And I feel like that'll be for everyone that listens to this song.
100%,
They'll have that name.
absolutely. Well, you want to close us out, Lawrence?
I think I do. I think I have, in what my opinion is the greatest song ever made. Um, this is a Picasso. This is a Rembrandt. This is a Michelangelo of melodies. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. My favorite band of all time. This is a song that does it for me on so many different levels. This is a song that I this is probably like one of this is like a this is an early core memory for me. Sitting in the car with my dad and this song on the radio. Um this song is about losing someone and wishing you could talk to them again. This is a song that I feel like can resonate with literally every human being on the planet. That feeling of loss, the feeling of, wishing someone was here with you that is not here anymore. For me, this song makes me think about my grandparents that are no longer with us. Uh, and it's just, again, I want to go back to Rembrandt and Picasso and Michelangelo, and because the lyrics are just some of the greatest lyrics I've ever heard in my life. Um, Blue skies from pain. Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? Uh, how I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fish bowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. Have we found the same old fears? Wish you were here. Now, I almost am mad at myself for saying that because I just butchered some of the greatest uh musical stylings ever created, not by man, not by any species, not in this world, not on this planet, but in the entire universe. Among all life forms, you go across the universe, you visit every civilization out there. I guarantee none of them have anything that comes anywhere close to this song. That's just my opinion, of course, but it's fact.
You're totally right, dude. That song is just beautiful. And not to gloss over it and not to, knock it down or anything, but they have an alternate version with Stefan Grappelli where he plays a hauntingly beautiful violin over the back half that deserves its flowers. The original is obviously a masterpiece. It is perfection.
Yeah,
It does not need changes, but it's worth a listen. It really is. Wish You Were Here will land at any age. It'll always land. I'm not a huge Floyd guy myself. I do like to dabble and kind of like I'm doing to Lawrence with the Grateful Dead. He's putting me on to some of their deeper cuts, the Pillow of Winds,
yeah.
stuff of that nature. I'm listening to songs with animal noises in them. I don't know what's going on, but um, Wish You Were Here is gorgeous. It's perfect. It really is. It's a love song. It's a lost song. You can get everything you could ever want out of it.
Absolutely.
You see,
It's poetic. It's pure poetry. It's Robert
it is.
Frost. It's
It's Oscar
poets,
Wilde.
other Oscar Wilde.
I got you.
Did did they
But what you were
get you to
saying, the lyrics
trade?
sounded like poetry. It really
Yeah.
did.
No, did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze. Come on.
No,
And
it's
yeah,
powerful
again,
shit.
I'm not doing it justice. Go listen to it if you haven't heard it. If you haven't heard it, what where are you from?
You might be living under a rock, dog. I hate
Yeah.
to break it. Ah,
Um,
well, guys, that was our first music episode, man. Uh, we got a lot of kinks to work out, formatting, how we're gonna do this. But I will say I have felt more passion, more energy doing this than I have anything else. I thoroughly enjoyed this and hope you guys do too. Give recommendations, give feedback, tell us we
oh
were
yeah.
terrible. Well, we'd love to hear it. We're built. We both self deprecate all the time. Please lay
Yeah.
it on us. But I will say, uh, coming with this new music thing is we're gonna start a Spotify for the channel. And I'm thinking, we'll run this by each other. We'll get some more thoughts down on it. But I'm thinking the songs you should know are going to become a playlist for you guys. So when we say you should know them, you have access to them. You have a way to learn them and know them. Because I hate musical gatekeeping. If you like music, share it with everybody. You might
Yep.
lose touch with that person one day and they're going to still keep playing those songs and claim them as theirs. That's fine. You helped another person enjoy music to a fuller extent, and that is what we are here for. But if you're still with us, thank you. Wow. Nice to have you around. Uh yeah, like and subscribe, all that fun stuff, man. We're just trying to have fun here. That's what we do. But we'll talk to y'all next week.